Iain sat on the bed, almost in too much pain to even hear the words from the owner-manager of the place. Danny reached out and in a firm voice said, "Lie back down again." He looked at her, wanting to glare at the woman, but he didn't have the strength. She just gave him a clipped shake of her head. He eased back down and closed his eyes, feeling the trembling running throughout his body. That was never a good sign. Of course, he knew what it meant. You've overdone it. Again. You've got to learn to ask for help. I understand that you came by truck, she said. And I get that. You're not the first one. You won't be the last one either, no matter how we try to talk you military guys out of this. But I can tell you that it sets you back at least a day or two. Maybe more. That's for your doctors and your PT specialist to determine. Now, if you just relax and don't do a whole lot for the next couple days, we should be able to minimize the damage. He opened his eyes and looked at her. I just couldn't stomach the idea of arriving by ambulance. I get it, she said softly. I do. And from her tone, he believed her. He smiled. You've seen everything, haven't you? Well, I think so, she said cheerfully. And then somebody does something that surprises me. She handed him an Apple tablet, and pointing said, Besides your mandated bed rest, for the remainder of today, you'll need to go over paperwork, and your team and others will come in here to visit and to talk with you. Your schedule is in the tablet, too, but I'll start first with one of your doctors and some pain meds. I still have a few, he said. They're in my pocket. I can take those now, and then later when the doctor has a chance to assess my condition. That's fine, she said, as long as they are standard issue. He grinned. Yes. He pulled them out of his pocket, shifting with a little bit of awkwardness. This is all they are. And he handed her the medicine bottle. She looked at him, studied the label, opened the bottle, checked that the inside matched the outside, and nodded. Okay, I'll get you some water, she said, walking into his ensuite bathroom. When she returned and watched him take 2 of his pills, she added, I'll go get your doctor now. As she walked to the doorway, she turned. In the meantime, take a look at what I've given you. As she walked out, he flicked through the tablet, amazed at the technological level at which they were operating. But he realized, of course, it was necessary in today's day and age. His body was still on fire, but the fact that he was in a bed had taken the pressure off his spine, and the rest of him was holding. He kept telling himself that he had a strong back, but he kept putting it under so much physical strain and stress that he wondered if his back was still strong enough. He looked at the data regarding the members of his medical team and who had been assigned to him, but none of the names meant anything to him. He had a doctor, 2 nurses, a therapist, and a psychologist. At that, he frowned. Danny walked back in and asked, What's the frown for? Psychologist? Everyone here sees a psychologist, she said. Him or her. We have 2 on staff. He looked up at Danny. And how often? He hated how that little bit of suspicion was evident in the back of his voice. But of all the medical professionals Iain didn't trust, they had to be at the top of the list. Something was just so off-putting about knowing that people were trying to read something into or glean something from every word he said, and that made him not want to say anything. She smiled. We'll start with once every couple days until the doc has a chance to assess your condition. Then it'll ease back to once a week, maybe once every couple weeks, she said cheerfully. As long as you're making progress, as in you're doing well emotionally, as in you're stable and sound, then there's no reason to suspect you need more than that. He winced. You'll really put me through it, won't you?